hookers left and right, he ain't stunning.
On the right, I ain't stunning.
J-Rello is the passport, bro, I turner. I turner. J-Rello is the passport, bro, I turner. The hookers on the streets need burners, begging on YouTube. The money keeps coming, traveling overseas, the schemes he keeps running. Smacking hoes going viral, always escaping the law, he quite cunning. Feds watching his moves and Dakeman coming down, locked in the raid, or the cops are gunning. Rello called Floyd the teddy bear plug for a fresh hot batch. Cause word on the streets that he had a taste for young cat. Instead of Ginny serving Similac. He has smacked many hoes, I turner. He all gorilla pimping. The hookers running for cover, he say they don't listen. Slapping hookers left and right, he ain't stunning. J-Rello is the passport, bro, I turner. J-Rello is the passport, bro, I turner. The hookers on the streets need burners. They fund the Rello, think he's gonna crash out, but never understood what he was really about. Sneaky little devil, foreign cookies on his mind. Stupid ass subscribers sitting back getting robbed blind. When he beat a hoe, I turn up. The subs say never mind, hit the cash app again. The subs are to blame. Finding a passport, bro, psychopath. He has raised over $20,000, do the math. The feds have the super chat data, and Dakeman coming down. Get hit Puerto Rico for funding that clown. Oh yeah, straight up, slapping hookers left and right, he ain't stunning.
Left and right, he ain't stunning.
J-Rello is the passport, bro, I turner. J-Rello is the passport, bro, I turner. The hookers on the streets need burner, keep a burner. These hookers out here have to keep a burner. Stop begging for your trips, be a wage earner. I turner. Anime, beating hookers down in the D, I call them anime. Rello light, smashing hookers but don't wanna pay. They wanna see him crash out, subs gonna slapping hookers left and right, he ain't stunning.
Left and right, he ain't stunning.
J-Rello is the passport, bro, I turner. J-Rello is the passport, bro, I turner. The hookers on the streets need burners. Keep a burner. If you run across J-Rello, you better keep a burner. You need a burner. This house I think too late, yeah. Cause it's the button and chupu now, baby. Oh, Rana. Yeah. Slapping hookers left and right, he ain't stunning.
On the right, I ain't stunning.
J-Rello is the passport, bro, I turner. J-Rello is the passport, bro, I turner. The hookers on the streets need burners, begging on YouTube. The money keeps coming, traveling overseas, the schemes he keeps running. Smacking hoes going viral, always escaping the law, he quite cunning. Feds watching his moves and Dakeman coming down, locked in the raid, or the cops are gunning. Rello called Floyd the teddy bear plug for a fresh hot batch. Cause word on the streets that he had a taste for young cat. Instead of Ginny serving Similac. He has smacked many hoes, I turner. He all gorilla pimping. The hookers running for cover, he say they don't listen. Slapping hookers left and right, he ain't stunning. J-Rello is the passport, bro, I turner. J-Rello is the passport, bro, I turner. The hookers on the streets need burners. They fund the Rello, think he's gonna crash out, but never understood what he was really about. Sneaky little devil, foreign cookies on his mind. Stupid ass subscribers sitting back getting robbed blind. When he beat a hoe, I turn up. The subs say never mind, hit the cash app again. The subs myself, so to blame. Finding a passport, bro, psychopath. He has raised over $20,000, do the math. The feds have the super chat data, and Dakeman coming down. Get hit Puerto Rico for funding that clown. Oh yeah, straight up, slapping hookers left and right. He ain't stunning, left and right, he ain't stunning. J Rello is the passport, bro. I Turner. J Rello is the passport, bro. I Turner. The hookers on the streets need burner. Keep a burner. These hookers out here have to keep a burner. Stop begging for your trips. Be a wage earner. I Turner. Anime, beating hookers down in the D, I call them anime. Rello light, smashing hookers but don't wanna pay. They wanna see him crash out, subs gonna slapping hookers left and right, he ain't stunning. Left and right, he ain't stunning. J Rello is the passport, bro. I Turner. J Rello is the passport, bro. I Turner. The hookers on the streets need burners. Keep a burner. If you run across J Rello, you better keep a burner. You need a burner. This house I think too late, yeah. Cause it's the button and chupu now, baby. Oh, wanna. Yeah. Slapping hookers left and right, he ain't stunning. Left and right, ain't stunning. J Rello is the passport, bro. I Turner. J Rello is the passport, bro. I Turner. The hookers on the streets need burners. Begging on YouTube.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Passport Bro Police channel. My name is Uncle Rico, and welcome to the Passport Bro Police channel. We started up this channel. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to Easy. Salute to Buck, Ulysses, Alton, Gene, and everybody that came out here. This is a space where we will be talking about travel in the community. For those of you who know me, you know I've been around the space for the past 5-ish or plus, maybe even, I don't know how many years now. It's just a blur. We took a break. We started out, discussing some of these issues, and through all the trials and tribulations that we went through, all the battles of trying to keep young men straight in these travel spaces, we took a sabbatical to clear our head, get our minds right. And now we felt like, considering the most recent events, that this was a opportunity not for us to jump on, but an opportunity to come back, and that maybe our voices will be a little bit more appreciated and heard now when it wasn't heard before. Because to be honest with you, in the start of this new year, 2026, I have nothing different to say than what we were saying 5-6 years ago. And I'm to be honest with you, I take no personal pleasure in the current events that occur, but it's not a surprise, and it should have been foreseen by everybody, for it was foreshadowed. And we're just here to try to guide young men in the right way as they try to go forward and travel the globe, especially young men of color in 2026 and beyond. So without, rehashing and going further ado, I think everybody in this space knows all the craziness, but we're definitely going to try to bring some accountability. We tried to bring some accountability to the space in the beginning. We tried to prevent certain things or save, people from going down the wrong path. But there are a lot of people in the space that are accountable, that brought the space to where it is today. Big names, favorite YouTubers, favorite people that you all love. And if anything, we name fucking names. We don't hide and cower as cowardice. Oh, that's my friend. No, we name fucking names. And we're going to name like the Baby Oil Boy, Mr. Bacon Mayo Thoughtin' Ass, BMT. We talking about your ass. So let me just say that from the beginning, because we're going to show you guys an analysis of how this Passport Bro space movement is is similar to other larger organizations that had similar problems. I know for a fact, several years ago, I called out that there are questionable men in the space of questionable character that are doing questionable things. I was called, I'm gonna give you some of the 3 hits that they called me. I was the dick police, not the Passport Bro police. I was the dick police. No, I was the Passport Bro police, because I wasn't policing nobody's dick. I was trying to sit there and get young men to think about their behavior and the erroneous behavior that was going to get a lot of them in trouble. I was called a hater. I don't have an ounce of hate in my heart towards young black men traveling, but that's the automatic deflection that they go to want to excuse their bad behavior. We were called pocket watchers. I don't need to pocket watch anybody. I wish you all a lifetime of abundance and riches to be able to travel more places in a responsible and respectful and decent manner. But instead, we know what we got. So I don't even have to tell you guys the unfortunate way that the space is looked at. And in particular, how the space is looked at towards black men. I will say this clearly, and I'm going to say it for the last fucking time. This shit was done at our own hand as a community and as a collective, because too many cowardly fucking men didn't. And I'm not naming anybody. I will say this. If you don't choose to stand up and call it out, fine. That's great. I don't begrudge you, brothers. That is your right. There are things that I don't want to inject myself in, and I don't. But when there are issues that I don't want to inject myself in, and I don't feel like I need to go out and fight and stop, I also don't have the energy to tell other people who have the courage to stand up and call it out to not do so. So I'm gonna say this to any of you motherfuckers from the get-go right now. I promise I'm gonna cuss less, because me and my guy, we want to keep some of these videos monetized. I promise you, if you didn't have the backbone, the spine, the courage to say anything to these people who brought us here, when you saw it, because you saw it the same as I did, it was plain as day. It was plain as day. You didn't have the spine to call them out. Don't say shit to me. Stay out of my fucking face and stay out of my way. So, with that being said, we're going to start the show. We're going to probably go back and start from the beginning, because what I have noticed, me and my guy talked, there seems to be a lot more Ricos and other people in the space, and I applaud them. It's a lot more YouTubers and channels that's coming up. When we started, it just seemed like it was just me and him, man on an island, and everybody in the Passport Bro space, the travel space, was attacking us, calling us, again, all kinds of names. We weren't worth nothing, but everything we said came true, all of it. And we told you every step of the way, no matter how much we were beaten up and we were kicked. And again, this is not I told you so moment. I could sit there and turn this off right now and walk away. And everything I said still will hold true because y'all doing it every day. Now, people are running like cockroaches with the lights turned on, trying to run away from their culpability as if they had no play in the game. All these motherfuckers did. All the big YouTubers. Some of them have left because I guess they saw the handwriting on the wall before it was written. Others are still in there trying to reposition themselves and delineate and try to pretend like their content and their behaviors didn't feed this shit. We all know who they are. We all know who they are. And we're going to name them. But they're going to try to pretend like, oh, that's not what we did. We were the bullshit. It's utter abject bullshit. Because in the times, moments, and opportunities that they had to speak up and call out the worst of the worst in the space, they said nothing. You know why? We're going to tell you why. Because they wanted the growth, the motion, they wanted the support of these people. So they knew about Floyd before Floyd. I'm not saying that nobody knew what Floyd was doing, but people already knew Floyd was a problem. People knew Jay Rella was a problem. People know NYC, but it's entertainment. It's content. It's this, it's that, it's this, it's that. Well, the same way you were complicit and culpable in seeing the growth go on and said nothing, then you wear the fucking jacket when it goes down. You don't get to sit there and say, oh, okay, I want to be part of the case. Cross, but yet I don't want to be looked at like I'm a Klansman. Well, you put that fucking hood on, you a fucking Klansman. I don't care if you never burnt the cross. You never stopped nobody from burning the cross. You never called nobody out, but you want to say you one of the good ones. Or, you know, there are organizations all throughout time where if you choose to be affiliated, whether directly or on the margins, we all know that you carry the taint of that organization. I'll use a perfect example. Like people that went to college that are members of a Greek organization, the Divine Nines, just that whatever. Do you think you could be a Kappa or Alpha and just be out here in the street and just doing all kinds of shit, and that those members of that organization would not very publicly, loudly, repeatedly repudiate and denounce your ass out of existence? They would not sit by on the sideline and let you tarnish the name of their organization. They wouldn't let you do it. They wouldn't let you do it. But the so-called guys that now are the real passport bros want to come out and act like today, oh, well, we separate. But when you could have been calling it out, you said nothing. And you didn't say anything because you wanted to push, you wanted the movement. You motherfuckers are Floyd, and Floyd is you. All of you. All of you. So the passport sidekick, passport Robin, passport whatever, BMT, all you motherfuckers. You collab with him. You loved when he was on top. Y'all did. Austin Holloman made y'all what y'all are. Y'all keep talking about all this movement. This movement blew up behind the hubris and the arrogance of a 20-something-year-old kid. And at that point where y'all could have stepped in and said, hey, anything, y'all rolled the coattails. Y'all let that young man take off, and he put the Passport Bros on the map with his shit, and was wrong from day one. But as long as it was going a certain way at that time, you were happy with it. So with that being said, I think I've said enough. I'm going to introduce my partner in crime. Go ahead, hookers.
Go ahead, hookers. What's up, everybody? Can they hear me? Can they hear me? What's up, everybody? What's up? We back. At least, I'm here part time. This is Rico's show, so I'm just a guest. You know, so it's been a while. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. A lot of people have asked me, when am I coming back? If I'm going to ever, hang out and talk about these passport bros? Am I going to make some appearances on some channels? Let me just be honest. I was burnt out. I was totally burnt out, and I still am burnt out. This is a day by day, week by week situation. I was burnt out. I was tired of the haters. I was tired of the outside haters because we were fighting people from all fronts, back, front, side, all kind of. We was fighting feminists, passport bros, manosphere dudes. You named it. That's what we were fighting. And I just got tired of it. I wasn't making no money off of this. I was doing this because I care about people. You know, we was doing this pretty much for the love of black men. We're not haters. We don't care if people travel. Who am I to stop you from traveling? Who am I? You have never seen me at an airport blocking somebody from getting on the plane. You have never seen me do that, and I never will. What we wanted to tell you guys is that you need to stop dry snitching on yourself, because that's what you're doing. The internet provides an avenue for people to dry snitch on themselves. You see it all the time. And we told you from the get-go, from the beginning, how this was gonna go down. I've been I, I've been doing this since this movement started. So I am the originator. I am the number one so-called hater, so-called antagonist, so-called and I'm most definitely an anti-passport bro. I am, because I don't like what it stands for. Because it's not about what it stands for. It's about what it represents. Guys going over who else are some of the villains out there? I done lost track of you guys. But a lot of you guys are influencers. Like it or not, you're influencers. And your words carry a lot of weight. Even though a lot of times y'all don't be saying shit, but your words carry a lot of weight. You carry influence. And you would be surprised how many people you influence out there. You give them wrong information, or you sell them a dream, and then they go out there and they do the wrong thing. And next thing you know, you got a Floyd. You got a Floyd. You got an Austin Holloman. See, it kind of build up slow, because really you birthed Austin Holloman. You sent Austin Holloman out there thinking that he was going to be your representative, and he stabbed you in your back. Austin Holloman has stabbed y'all in the back so many times. He's the one that brought Floyd. He brought Floyd to the game. And we all know what happened to Floyd. Shout out to Floyd. I know you're in that jail, that prison. Put one in the chat if you think Floyd really did smash a minor. Put two in the chat if you think he didn't. He innocent. Do you think Floyd is innocent or guilty? From the evidence that you've seen so far, do you think Floyd is innocent or guilty? You know, Let us know. And I'm not going, and I know you out there listening, Austin Holloman. We are not gonna let you off the hook, sir. I don't care how much you try to distance yourself. We are not going to let you off the hook because all that time you spent at least about a year traveling with Floyd, and you mean to tell me you didn't see nothing? You didn't see any signs? You didn't see? You mean to tell me Floyd tricked you? Floyd, everybody says Floyd is slow. I don't think he's slow. I think he's diabolical. See, Floyd is very diabolical. He's a dummy, but he's very diabolical. And you can't tell me, Austin Holloman, you didn't see any signs because he was traveling with you with them puppets. And let me let everybody know something. You know, there was cameras in those puppets. It was cameras in those puppets. And those puppets used to go from city to city, country to country, with a camera in it. And you don't think Floyd was videotaping Austin Holloman? You don't think you don't think Floyd got some footage on Austin Holloman? And these guys were traveling from city to city, hugged up in those Airbnbs late at night on a cold night with a bottle of baby oil and a bottle of Hennessy and some cigars. You don't think they were doing something? Let's be real. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. You don't think them boys were doing something? They had a whole brand new bottle of baby oil, some cigars, and a bottle of cognac. You don't think they were doing something? And they had the puppets. You don't think them boys were doing something? See, that's the real. See, that's what I want to know about. I don't want to know about, Floyd going to jail and all that other stuff. I can care less about. I want to know what they were doing on them cold nights together with those puppets, that baby oil, them cigars, and that cognac. That's what I want to know. I don't want to know that other stuff because it's obvious now. See, nobody, see, I'm going to bring the pink elephant out of the room that nobody wants to talk about. See, over here, we talk about stuff that y'all would never even thought about. It's obvious that Floyd is a little gay. And we know Austin Holloman's a little suspect. And they were in these rooms. See, we already know that Floyd got Floyd is not who he say he is. He a little odd. He has a little, abnormal sexual behavior. So you can't tell me that when Austin Holloman was in that room and he seen Floyd with those puppets, he wasn't saying, "Say, man, what you doing with them puppets, man? You 30 years old. Why are you messing with some puppets?" That question never came up. He never when Floyd was going from city to city, unpacking his luggage, and he seen those puppets. You mean to tell me he didn't say, "Hey man, what you doing with those puppets, man? You know, every time I see you, you bringing these puppets, from city to city." But little did you know, Floyd had cameras in those puppets, setting them up on the dresser as Austin Holloman did his little push-ups. When Austin Holloman used to do them little push-ups and stuff with his shirt off, with the baby all on. That now you remember when Austin Holloman used to be doing those exercises, he used to be all shiny and stuff. That was that baby oil. That was the baby oil we were talking about. So you can't tell me that Floyd and Osterman wasn't having no passport bro freak offs. See, nobody don't want to talk about that. Y'all don't want to talk about the passport bro freak offs. And we not and you remember when they was in Thailand? When they all got together, when they took that picture, it was Big Boss, it was who else? See, it's all coming to see if you just let them keep doing what they doing, they gonna expose themselves. They gonna expose them. If you just sit back, see, we sat back and we just chill for a while, and they eventually expose themselves. How in the world? Now let me ask you this question, folks. How in the world you gonna be ordering Ubers for minors? And and this is the sick part. It's sick and funny at the same time. Sick and funny at the same time. Floyd, they said Floyd, this is what the Uber driver said. The Uber driver said Floyd, two girls got into the car. Two minors got into the car. And he asked them where they were going. They didn't even know where they were going. So he started trying to, he was trying to say, why are two little girls in my Uber? He probably thought it was a setup. He thought they were setting him up. So they didn't know where they were going or anything. So he started asking questions.
So maybe you want to take the headphones.
Yeah. So he started asking questions and they wouldn't give him no answers. But my thing is that Floyd, not only he's crazy and he not very bright, he's greedy. He was trying to have a kitty threesome. This man, how sick can you get? He wanted to have a kitty threesome. He had two girls, not one. Most PDFs or whatever you want to call them, they normally just, have one. But he's so greedy, he wanted to have two. I mean, what kind of fantasy or sick fantasy was he trying to, live out? And most people say he ran to Sao Paulo. No, he wasn't running. He wasn't running trying to get out of the country. He was there to tap more little cookies. He wanted more cookies, baby cookies. It wasn't enough he was in Rio and he did his damage. He wanted to go to the next city. He was going to go all over, but he was going to do a kitty tour, a kitty smash tour until they caught him. The boy was, matter of fact, he probably was going to hit Colombia next. If they didn't stop him, he was going to go all over the world smashing babies, smashing baby cookies. He was going to go all over the world, all over the world, smashing baby cookies. I mean, if it wasn't, thank God for the Uber driver. And I don't know why would he be so dumb to, why would you, if you're listening, Floyd, you didn't think that somebody would be alarmed when two girls get into the car. They got on lipstick and they wearing lipstick. They got on Victoria's Secret Pampers, Victoria's Secret training bras, holding teddy bears, giggling and laughing. Got the Hello Kitty purse. You didn't think nobody would be alarmed to that? You didn't think nobody would be alarmed that some two young girls get into the car, two little baby hawkers. I mean, baby hawkers. You didn't think nobody would be alarmed to that? I mean, you were that dumb or I mean, you might as well should have just might as well should have just called the Brazilian police and told them, hey, we shooting movies over here. We shooting movies. And I want all those guys out there, whoever you are, all these guys that were supporting Floyd. Where you at? Where are all the Floyd supporters? Where you at now? They running and hiding now. You got egg on your face. You got egg on your face. These guys are not who you think they are. We told you from the get-go. You have let these guys come into this space and pretty much destroy it. It should have never existed. What you need to do, if you want to travel, shut up and travel. That's what you need to do. Well, what do you think about that, Rico? No, shut up and travel. How about that? That's the new motto. Shut up and travel.
That's actually the old model. That was the model that we gave them 5 years ago. That was the original thing. They tried to flip it. And we got to go to the archives. We got to pull up the old bat files. We've always told, I got a home in the DR. Why would I tell somebody not to travel? It's insane. We've always told young men to travel. We've told them you can indulge in adult activities. It doesn't matter. We didn't care about that. What we did care about was, and I remember correctly, I'm getting a little bit old, but the origination was about stop with all the creep camming, stop with all the putting the women up, because that is exploitative. People, you young folks would like to argue. You guys really need to take a class on what's exploitation and what isn't, because I just think most of you guys don't know what the fuck it is. And when you hear someone say you're exploiting them, you get defensive and you go like, oh, and then it is not a deflection to say because children, women, and people are being treated poorly by their own government that you should come from America and have the right to treat them poorly. That's a ignorant, stupid, immoral fucking argument. Okay. So we've always, since day one, have never told young men you can't travel, you can't engage in, legally, appropriately, with age appropriate people, fun activities. So I don't need to describe what I'm talking about. However, it's the way you go about doing things that make the difference between night and day. They just chose to decide that they were going to do it like in the most reprobate way that they could. And then to make matters worse, they decided that they were going to film it. They were going to, without these people's permission, they filmed them without their permission, and they were going to blast it all over the internet to characterize these people, maybe fairly, maybe correctly, maybe not. If you're going to characterize them as being loose and sexually promiscuous, maybe they are, but they didn't give you the right or permission to do so. And they did it anyway. And they did it for money for themselves without giving any, not that the other person would have agreed to it, but you certainly didn't fucking pay them. So again, they were wrong in every simple way. So a lot of them were just, they were producing soft porn, in a way. So we've never told them not to travel because we knew that men and men of color were traveling decades, if not 100 years before the passport, bro, before the fucking internet. But what men were not doing is the very thing that they're doing. Men were not exploiting them by taking and putting their images up, for the whole world to see their sexual trysts. Men were not routinely, to my knowledge, or at least we were unaware of them beating them. Men were not routinely, or to my knowledge, over there. I would say that, you know, they introduced through the internet another group of predators to go to countries to prey on vulnerable populations, because a lot of these guys, whether we're talking about Floyd or the J. Rello or some of the other people, wouldn't even have a passport. We know, I can tell you as an older black man, most, other than myself, because I was in the military, but a lot of young black men prior to the internet, they weren't getting passports. A lot of people weren't even leaving their own city. But this introduction to all of this debauchery on the internet definitely shot a flare up and said, hey, come over here, bring your most debased ideas, beliefs, and what you want to do, and come over to this country and you can trick off and treat these people any kind of way, and so on and so forth. Yes, they were saying that. Yes, they used all the buzzwords, they used all the bullshit, and they did it in the same breath while they were tearing down and demonizing black women and the black community as a whole. Yes, they were, because remember, the growth of the passport, bro, all they are is manosphere, black manosphere rejects, because the manosphere didn't want to fuck with their little incel asses. And they took that hatred of black women to say, this is why we can go overseas and get better women. And they're not getting better women. They're literally going over there. And the totality of the passport bro movement, I would say high 90% of them are 100% dating prostitutes, nothing more. That's it. And prostitution is legal in a lot of these countries, whether it's in Thailand, the Philippines, DR, Colombia. No one is saying that there's an illegality in that aspect of it. But in the same way that you wouldn't be caught on Figueroa, you know, in LA, because one of them tricks or pimps blow your goddamn head off, sitting there trying to capture if you're with a lady of the night. Because see, you're paying her for your pleasure. You're not paying her for the ability to film her and try to make money. And that's why in the US, they're real sneaky about it, because they know what the outcomes will be. But they choose to sit there and think, oh, because I'm in the DR, they're poor, this, that, whatever, that they can just push down and punch down on people in those positions. So this is what they're doing. We called it out 5 years ago and told them to stop doing it. It started with the creep cams that are all over, whether it's Medellin, Cartagena, Pattaya, Sosua, with the creep cam. We told them, you don't need to do that. That's wrong. That's wrong. And a lot of these big passport bro YouTubers didn't say shit. They sat there and brought them up, and they bigged them up, and they supported it because they wanted their subscribers. So I say again to you motherfuckers that didn't want to say nothing to them all the way back to the creep cameras, and you didn't have to. And I'm not telling you had to say nothing to them. If you wanted to stay out of it, stay the fuck out of it now. And don't say shit to me now. Fuck you. If you ain't got the backbone or the spine to call this shit out, I do. We're different. It's okay. I won't tell you to join the fight. Don't you fucking tell me to get out of it. It's just that simple. You don't want to be in it? Stay the fuck out of it now. Don't come over here trying to defend nobody who we're going to call out by name, because that's what we do. We don't talk in generalities. We pull up clips, we show shit, we discuss it. If those motherfucking bitch ass niggas ain't got the balls to come over here and defend themselves, don't you get in the line of fire. Don't do it. Because I'm telling you, this go round, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I don't give a fuck who you like. I don't give a fuck who you friends with. I really don't care. We'll lay it out. You can be, hey man, he's cool. He cool to you. If I'm sitting there calling out some bad behavior, I'm gonna call out the bad behavior. I'm sorry if it's your friend. Too fucking bad. Let them, remember, you didn't want to have nothing to say. So keep that same energy and don't have nothing to say and tell your man, hey, Rico and Peso over there talking about, send them over here. Because I guarantee you, most of those motherfuckers ain't going to defend y'all. They're not going to do BMT ain't going to go to the defense of nobody. You ever see BMT ever defend anybody other than his own sorry ass? because he don't give a fuck about nobody but himself. Austin, who the fuck you ever heard him defend? He defending Floyd now? No. He leaving Floyd out hung the fucking dry. Oh, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Guess who else he ain't? We already know he kicked this boy Kid Greatness to the curb. That nigga done ran to fucking Peru. But just a month ago, he was telling you that Kenya was the greatest country in the world. He was reborn. He would never leave Africa. Now this motherfucker back in South America, in Peru. I'm like, are these motherfuckers serious? This is the constant state of bullshit that they have been selling y'all. And it's been clear as day. So again, I don't care about your friendships. I don't care about your kinships. I don't care about your fucking cliques. All I'm sitting there saying is, if you chose to sit by all this time on the side and not say anything, fine. Please don't bring your ass over here trying to police us, because it ain't going to work and your ass is going to be in for a real rude wake-up call. This ain't the place or the time, and we're not going with that shit this go round. So, no, we're not sparing NYC to the future. He's very low hanging fruit, but he is absolutely 1,000%. And yeah, I think that his motherfucker is I don't know the age of that young lady Lucy, but if she wasn't underage, she was awful goddamn close, and he's too goddamn old to have been fucking with her. So let me be crystal clear with that. I think there's a whole lot of Floyds in this space. It's a fucking ton of Floyds. For every Floyd, there's about 50 others. I don't know their names, because if I knew their names, I would name them. If I knew their names, I would have already returned that. Let me tell you, and I'll turn every last one of you motherfuckers that touch a child over to the authorities. And that's what you better hope for. Rather than I turn you over to the authorities than what people would want to do to your asses. But I absolutely, without question. So you can go ahead. Again, I had a conversation with Jay Rello on Raise the other night. He don't believe in snitching. I ain't got no motherfucking problem with it. I'll turn all you dirty motherfuckers in for touching children. Every last one of you. And I'll sit there and testify against you motherfuckers. And Floyd better pray ain't near another motherfucker in Brazil on that jury like me. That's how I feel about it. So y'all can keep that old stop snitching bullshit with you. Okay? I protect children. And I don't sit on the sideline and say, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Because I like him. Because you can't say that. I'll call out a creep motherfucker in the space the same way I'll call out a creep motherfucker on my street. And we've all lived in neighborhoods where we seen some dirty old motherfucker look at a young girl the wrong kind of way. We didn't see him fuck her, but we seen him look at her in a way that is inappropriate. And if you didn't check that shit then your punk ass just ain't built the same way. But I'm not going to watch an old man in the neighborhood sit there and catcall some fucking young girl and not have a problem with it. So I'm not going to watch it in the space either. It's wrong. Y'all have all seen it. And you've all ignored it. And that's fine. Keep ignoring it and shut the fuck up and don't say nothing to me. It's just that simple. But y'all know this shit. Y'all know for a fact that y'all have seen way too many content creators with very young, every time a motherfucker tell a girl to stand up and turn around and show her fucking ass, he pushing sex tourism, and you fucking know it. But you want to sit here and you want to play like, nah. Every last one. And this goes from the youngest generation, from the 30-year-olds up to the motherfucking 60-year-olds. All these motherfuckers do it. Now they all trying to reinvent themselves. I got a long motherfucking memory. I remember all you dirty dick motherfuckers and what you was doing. And ain't nobody got nobody. Fuck who you want. Get out with all the hoes you want. The problem is none of us should have known about it. But y'all parading them. Y'all pushing them out there because you're trying to sit there and build up an image of yourself that you don't even believe in. You motherfuckers don't think that good about yourself. So you take prostitutes to sit there and try to make you look like the man because you know you're not the fucking man. You use prostitutes to try to create an image of yourself in the eyes of other young men who don't know no better that you don't have of your own goddamn self. You know you ain't shit. You know you ain't shit ass nigga. BMT. But you try to create this image of yourself in the eyes of young, impressionable men to believe you're some motherfucking body that you're not, and never have been, and never fucking will be. That is the God's honest truth. And y'all all know it. You all know it. So it just doesn't, you know, this is not about black men don't travel. I want every young black man in America to get a passport and travel the fucking world. And you hit all the cheeks you want. No one cares about that. But this shit that they're doing that allowed Floyd. See, they created an ecosystem and an environment that allowed Floyd to do what he did. He hid in plain daylight. He hid in front of these motherfuckers. He did the shit he was doing, traveling with one of the biggest YouTubers in the black manosphere, passport bro space. And just to be clear, yes, Austin Holloman is a passport bro. He got it tattooed on his fucking arm. Yes, Floyd is a motherfucking passport bro. When he came into the space, his channel was Mr. Passport Bro. And he was shitting on black women. No, these niggas are not going to rewrite history. No, they are not going to do that. He is a passport bro. They're still trafficking and moving in passport bro spaces and still pushing that same passport bro rhetoric. No, they are not. Oh, well, he said, fuck that bullshit. Ain't nobody stupid. And y'all know it. So again, you can play dumb with those who don't know any better. I do, and enough other people do know y'all full of shit. They know y'all full of shit. And this shit needs to be said, unfortunately, again and again and again and again. Y'all, and I don't blame the Brazilian government for looking at you motherfuckers as this criminal organization. You're acting like one. You may not be a criminal organization, but your goddamn site got criminal organization behaviors. Let me tell you what some of them are. Y'all got Facebook groups where y'all pushing and promoting prostitutes and pictures and prices and phone numbers. Y'all got WhatsApp chats. Y'all got all that shit. Go ahead. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm making this shit up. You niggas are out there fighting over whores. You niggas are putting up each other's baby mamas as whores. You niggas are the worst of the worst of the worst. I'm only glad that typically you niggas only account for 10% of black male travelers, because the overwhelming majority of black male travelers do not identify with you sorry motherfuckers in any way. And the overwhelming majority of black male travelers don't give a fuck about me trashing the name Passport Bro, because they're not affiliated with it. I'm not affiliated with it. Y'all can shit on it all day, every day. It don't affect me in any way. But that's that. Go ahead, brother.
You know, somebody said, is the Passport Bros rather, a criminal organization? Personally, I can care less, but I know what you are. You're a snitch organization, because you're snitching. You know, a lot of these places have changed dramatically since these guys have come onto YouTube. A lot of these guys. The space is completely, or the better yet, the travel space has completely changed. You got guys out here that would have never traveled. They would have never stepped foot in another country if it wasn't for these guys convincing them to go to these countries, which is not a bad thing. It's nothing wrong with people exploring and getting out into the world and seeing different places and seeing new things. There's nothing wrong with that. Not at all. I recommend everybody do it. I recommend everybody does it. But unfortunately, everybody is not capable of traveling. Everybody is not capable of traveling due to the fact that once they go outside their so-called comfort zone, they start acting a fool. Once they get outside their neighborhoods, once they get outside their state, they start acting a fool. And they go to these countries, and it's a recipe for disaster when you get some ignorant person in another country, going to another country, and he's dealing with hookers. That's a recipe for disaster, an absolute recipe. And over the years, we've seen what happens. Guys get scoped, guys get robbed, guys get murdered, guys get set up, all kind of stuff. We were telling these guys when these guys were getting scoped to cut it out, but they kept doing it. They kept telling those guys to keep going to they were consultations and everything. Is Colombia safe? Yeah, it's safe. But yet DC Rob every other day had a video of somebody getting scoped, somebody getting robbed, somebody being killed. But yet they were still out here selling those consultations. Y'all know who they are. Y'all know who they are. Still trying to make money. This is all about money. It's a money grab. That's why these guys, they can't, the passport bro movement, moniker, brand, or whatever you want to call it, it'll never, it'll never go away because somebody's gonna always see an economic opportunity to take advantage of some poor little sexual starved guy in the US. And I don't care what color he is, don't care what color, what race he is, what religion he is, or whatever else. Hell, not even sexual orientation. They're gonna sell this guy a dream that he can go overseas and either do two things: find the woman of his dream, or bust a good old fashioned hard Mississippi nut. You know, shout out to NYC. What is it? NYC the future? Is that what he called his name? Rico?
Yeah.
The future. So you are the future. Well, somebody play this audio for him. We giving you an opportunity, NYC, to come on over here to the peso. Come talk to Rico. Come talk to Rico. We want to have a talk with you, sir. We want to have a sit down interview with you. And we want to know where your mind at. So I know Bug be over there, you know, and anybody else that's an NYC future fan. Tell them that the passport bro police are looking for him. We want to have a word with him. No, we want to talk to him. We want to do a sit down and talk to him. Well, yeah, Jay Rillo. You know, Jay Rillo has talked about no snitching. That he wouldn't snitch on Floyd. He wouldn't snitch on Floyd. That's what he said. He wouldn't snitch on Floyd. And let me say this: I don't have a problem with whatever Jay Rillo said he would do. That's Jay Rillo. I have no problem with that. If that's what he said, he's not going to be a snitch. So be it. But we know that's not true because he snitched on his homeboy, and we gonna come up with the paperwork. We gonna, oh yeah, we got the paperwork that he snitched on his homeboy. So all that no snitching and all that stuff, that's how these guys, like I said once before, these guys, they get on the internet and they play a role. It's a game to them. They don't mean nothing they say. They don't mean a dang thing that they don't mean any of that crap. So we gonna have, we always have the receipts. We always have the receipts. So all that no snitching and all that other stuff, don't believe none of these guys. And we heard that Rello is finna rebrand. He's finna rebrand. I hope some of that rebranding is not begging for money. Because if you're still begging for money, it's not a rebrand, sir. If you still are gonna be asking for money, it's not a rebrand. A rebrand would be paying for your own trips. That would be a rebrand. Paying for your own trips. And let me say this. You guys have financed, all you guys out here that have given these YouTubers or whatever they want to call themselves, influencers, YouTubers, social media stars, or whatever, you guys have to take some of the blame too. Because without your financial backing, they wouldn't be able to do what they do. You got to realize that. That's why it's important to support people that are honest, people that are not going to go out here and do some crazy stuff. That's what you need to do. Go out here and support people that are honest, that's not going to steer you wrong, that has your best interest at heart. Because a lot of these guys, they don't have your best interest at heart. All they're looking at is a dollar sign. Do you think, do you really think if something go down with that BMT app that he's not going to give it to the feds? If the feds right now went to BMT and asked them for all the metadata for that app, pictures, names, phone numbers, locations, what happened, you don't think he gonna snitch and get all that over to him? So you're compromising yourself being on that app. So if you're out here doing, if you're out here doing any kind of dirt, trading pictures, telling people what you done, because right now the passport bro movement, or better yet, the passport bros, you guys are the number one enemy out here. In a matter of 5 years, you've become the number one. Within 5 years, you didn't blew up the spot. You didn't blew up Thailand. You didn't blew up the DR. You pretty much didn't trash the DR. The DR is burning right now. You out there committing felonies in Brazil. You out there damaging Colombia. Now you want to go to a new spot. Now you want to go to a new spot. You want to go to Vietnam. You want to go to you see how you guys are going from country to country, burning it down. Isn't your boy in Zoom to Thailand and Vietnam right now? You're going from country to country, burning it down. Country by country by country, you're burning it down. And I thought Zoom, I thought Thailand was so super hot. I guess I haven't been out here, so I don't be watching these guys' channels like that. So as Zoom to Thailand, was he kicked out of Thailand? What did he get tired? His girl left. Is he still with old girl? Oh, so he okay, so she pretty much um
He's
I guess
still
she didn't let.
Zoom still with the same hoe. He got visa issues. And see, that's one other thing. Let me just say this real quick, Peso, and I'll let you go back to cooking. That's a thing that if you guys are not aware of, and we're going to get into it a little bit more, they're doing a horrible thing with making Americans believe that they can just go to these countries and live freely without any type of residency. The overwhelming majority of the expats in these countries are illegal. And countries in particular, like Asia, Thailand, Vietnam, the Philippines, they're very strict about your overstay and people being in the country beyond their visa. Countries like the Dominican Republic, they just have an overstay fee. You can stay 10, 15 years. You're still there illegally, but they'll let you out and let you back in. They don't push it as much. But that's something that these YouTubers are not giving guys information. Zoom made it seem like you could just come over there at any age and just stay and work and all that shit. And all that shit is illegal. And it's nothing for these countries to crack down in a heartbeat. Thailand cracked down on it. Not even necessarily because of black men. I think it was mostly because of Indians and Russians over there. So it doesn't matter who does it if you're not from that country. And they start kicking everybody's asses out. So you can be over there, invested money in land, housing, so on and so forth, and all of a sudden, because you don't have residency or citizenship, you wake up one day and they tell you get the fuck out the country and you gotta go. That's what happened to his old trick ass. So he took his old hoe over to Vietnam because he's not gonna be able to stay there long term either. Maybe not. But he didn't have for all the bullshit. So Zoom to Thailand is now Zoom to Vietnam. How fucked up does that gotta feel that you bought into his bullshit about Thailand in Pattaya with the lady boys and the fucking children? Because that's pedo place number one in the world is Thailand. The number one pedo place in the world is Thailand above all countries. Above Brazil, they got more fucking pedos in Thailand than they do Brazil and Colombia and the DR combined. And the fucking lady boys. So he pushed that shit, but yet he's kicked the fuck out. So go figure. Go ahead, brother.
We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
She mine. Oh, she mine. Oh, girl. It's on the low, nobody's gonna tell. When I'm in town, she treats me well. Everyone knows she a looker. Leave her alone, cause she my hooker. Took her from a passport bro that treated her like a hoe. Had to let him go. She said he was too damn slow. I already know. She mine. She now mine. My Brazilian queen doing nasty things. She'll make a grown man cry. I got a wife at home, you don't need to ask. I don't wanna lie. Flight touched down in Rio last night. I called her up on a cell, cause we have what we have. I don't kiss and tell, the fellas wanna know.
Just let me be clear. Again, anybody feel free to look up, check any of this information we put out. There's one thing me and Pace don't allow on people, we don't make shit up. I don't
I'ma be honest with you. I took her from a passport bro that was really kinda slow. We had to break it down to him, she had to
y'all. But again, I've never been to Thailand.
Time to hit the door.
But
Girlfriend experiences a little golden rule. We an item while I'm there. People wanna talk, I don't care if they stare. Nobody knows how much I love you, babe. You my world, you make me up. Nah, let me talk to them. Ain't nobody gonna take my place. I don't care how much you beg, they gonna chase. She money, money. Oh, she mine. Oh, she my hooker. I'ma be honest with you. I took her from a passport bro that was really kinda slow. We had to break it down to him, she had to let him go. It was time to hit the door. Women in America say I'm just living a lie. Tell them she's my only thing, so Keisha can't wait goodbye. I visit her in the favelas, I'm ready to die. My hooker can't do me wrong. The bond we have is just too damn strong. Doesn't matter the situation, we always get along. Dirty Mac and passport bros be scheming, you better leave her alone. When I'm in the US, I dream about her every night. When I get my vacation, baby, I gotta take that flight. Well, women in America say I'm just living a lie. I tell them she's my only thing, so Keisha can wave goodbye. I visit her in the favelas, I'm ready to die. She my hooker, I'ma be honest with you. I took her from a passport bro that was really kinda slow. We had to break it down to him, she had to let him go. She had to let it go. Now you know. The passport bro movement is over, it's over. Yeah. You went overseas and destroyed your credibility, creating mongering apps because you wanted to cap, bragging on your freaks. When back in America, you were really weak. We never believed you had game. Went overseas for a little fame, built your courage up, used the passport bro name. Thought you had a lot of game, but at the end of the day, you were just another lame. Now you have to figure out another plan. It's time to switch lanes. Passport bros labeled pedophiles, it will never be the same. The passport bro movement is over. It's over. Your brand is trash left on the shoulders. It's over. You should have seen this coming. The peso man warned you, he told ya. He told ya. Now it's over. Silly rabbit, tricks are for kids. Floyd is a passport bro, he destroyed your little biz. Pedophile bros is the new brand now. Brazil authorities got the passport bro at the tap. Nowhere to run, they got the passport bros trapped. DMT's running scared now. The t-shirt sales are running dry. When he found out Floyd got busted, big baby, he started to cry. Kitty porn in the background, Floyd BMT playing with teddy bears. Colombia has a travel ban. The passport bros can't fly nowhere. Burn your passport bro t-shirts, it's evidence of the crimes. So watching, they're ready to prosecute and give passport bros a lot of time. The passport bro movement is over. It's over. Your brand is trash left on the shoulders. It's over. You should have seen this coming. The peso man warned you. He told ya. He told ya. Now it's over. The passport bro movement is over. It's over. The peso man told ya. He told ya. It's over.
Don't blame me, it's that Negro BMT. Got you all overseas looking all goofy. In the background screaming passport for life, but after 10 years still don't have a wife. He's selling you dreams, he's selling you lies. When the heat comes down he wanna run and hide. He left Colombia cause his goose was cooked. Show that he was coward, it was not a good look. Yeah, it was not a good look. Ran out on Brazil, what a shame. Endorsed Floyd and Austin, passport bros will never be the same. What a pity, he tested his luck, he tested his love. When Floyd got busted, his brand was fucked. It's over. Low IQ, let's be real, let's be real. Trash outside, money he steal, money he steal. Pedophile boys is what they say, is what they say. Get out while you can, make it today, make it today. The passport bro movement was a lie, was a lie. Overseas goons catch you with that t-shirt, you may die. Don't blame me, it's that Negro BMT. Got you all overseas looking all goofy. In the background screaming passport for life, but after 10 years still don't have a wife. Burning evidence for it's too damn late. Colombia, just scream grace, no, just scream grace. Just scream grace, just scream grace. Don't blame me, it's that Negro BMT. Got you all overseas looking all goofy. In the background screaming passport for life, but after 10 years still don't have a wife. The app is tapped, your data's breached. The feds are watching while you sleep. He ran the DR, he ran the DR. To hide like a rat, feds investigate the passport bro app. It's a rap, it's a trap, don't sign up, don't sign up. If you do, you'll be stuck and really fucked, really fucked. Don't test your luck for a Colombian nut. BMT will sell your soul just to get his cut. In the background screaming passport for life, but after 10 years still don't have a wife. Passport bros are buying pussy gang, buying pussy gang. After Floyd got caught, it'll never be the same. The peso man tried to warn you, but you didn't listen. He tried to save you, that's him and Rico. Only mission, only mission. You wouldn't listen. Don't end up like Floyd, Brazil goons got him wishing. Don't go down with the BMT ship. You don't need to be a passport bro to take your own trip. Don't go down the passport bro ship. Don't blame me. It's
lies down low, she ready to go. A Colombia 10, I paid an arm and leg. You can ask all of my friends. I'm overseas, passport in hand. I'm not gonna brag, but I feel like a man. She looking so fly, I wanna touch the sky. No lie. No. Scope of love meaning my life. Cause I can't afford to die. We smashing in Colombia. Ooh, yeah. Smashing in Colombia. Back at it again. This time I have a friend. We gonna do it all again. We smashing in Colombia. So many beautiful girls, they all around Eddie's world. I want them all tonight, but my budget is kinda light. We smashing in Colombia. We smashing, it's smashing, it's smashing, it's smashing. Oh, I don't wanna try to brag, but I want this to last. My how time has passed. We smashing in Colombia. We smashing, we smashing, we smashing. I'm a spender. I'm going broke. I gotta make a call.
Hello, guys. We're back. We hope you enjoyed those renditions of a few songs that we were in the studio. You know, we were cutting and laying down the tracks. Just to let you guys know that, you know, we're going to be having a Passport Bro album dropping by the middle of this year. We hope you guys will come out to our album drop party. Of course, first invitation is going to go to Austin Holloman and BMT. And well, we had an invitation for Floyd, but we have to pull that back. Jay Rello to see who's going to show up. But again, you know, we're going to drop this hot fire Passport Bro track album in 2026 and keep things going. You know, we hope you guys liked it, but again, we always try to be entertaining, but in the midst of the entertaining, we also try to be truthful and honest and give knowledge on the space and the way that we see it. I'll just say this one quick thing, because we're not going to be too much longer tonight. We'll have a longer show next week, but we definitely wanted to reintroduce ourselves back to the space, let people know we're back in the space, and we're coming back with the same fire, passion, enthusiasm about the space that we had before. And again, I'll say this for the last time clearly. We are in support of Black men and Black men traveling. We're 1,000%. Peso has been, I don't know how many years living in Africa. I continuously go back and forth between the Dominican Republic, my wife's home in El Salvador, visiting my grandkids in Asia, so on and so forth. So we're very fluent, frequent travelers. We believe in Black men traveling. We believe in living outside the United States. That's where my retirement home in the next, hopefully 24 months, where I'll be living for the rest of my life until I die. But what we see happening in that space is not anything that we could have ever believed it would be. And we know that the vast majority of Black men like ourselves don't condone or agree with it. We just feel like there's not enough people calling it out. And if somebody doesn't say anything, it's allowed like a cancer to fester and grow. And that's not what we don't want to happen. Every time I open my mouth, I think about a 21 or a 25-year-old Rico. I'm older, I'm full of wisdom today, but I used to be a young I used to be a YN. I was ignorant. Thank God I had OGs, older gentlemen my age, that was doing for me what I'm trying to do, to tell me, what the fuck are you doing? They didn't coddle me. They saw me going left. Oh, they put foots in my ass. They called us out. They didn't tell us this shit was cool because they was trying to get clout from me. That's what I see as the problem for me, is my generation of older men looking at younger men, rather than trying to pass on to them wisdom, they're trying to glean from them clout. I don't want no clout from no 20-year-old or 25-year-old. I done forgot more shit than most of them will ever know. But what I'm saying is, before I leave this earth, I'm trying to leave the wisdom of my experience to them so that they can make better choices and better decisions. So if I see them doing something wrong, something that can be harmful, detrimental to the community, I'm going to say something about it. It's a shame that I have to fight men of my same community, men of my same generation. But if that's what I got to do, then that's what I'll do. So with that being said, again, we thank you guys for coming out to our comeback show. Just to let you know that we're back. We're going to grow into the frequency, but we definitely wanted to do this first show. Hopefully a lot of people will see it on the playback. Again, if you haven't hit the like, please, if you're a supporter, definitely hit the like. If you're a hater, give us a half like. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter. You gave us a fucking watch, so you might as well give us a half like. Again, travel widely, travel exclusively, travel anywhere and everywhere, but travel safely. That's the most important thing. So black men, don't be out there doing things to put yourself in danger, get yourself in trouble. I just want us all to come back home and then come back and leave a place better than when you got there. That's all I want for all of us. And I'll bring my brother back up.
Yo, yo, yo. I just want to say one thing. You guys out there, first of all, we're not haters. We never have been. And the hate is gonna keep coming towards us. The hate is gonna always keep coming because you know they know that we are on the right side of right. You know, a lot of guys are gonna be mad because we're gonna be messing up their money. Because at the end of the day, this is all about money. This is not about helping guys, helping black men. This is a money grab. That's what it is. And we're going to start showing you that it's a money grab. That's what it's all about. It's a money grab. They don't care if anybody's enriched, if anybody enjoys their travels or stay. This is about two things: money and vagina. That's all it's about, money and vagina. Black men, it's about money and vagina. Nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to say anything about it. But I'm gonna say something about it. It's about money and vagina. Nothing more, nothing less. And let me say this. Oh yeah. Let me say this. All you guys out there that were our arch enemies or whatever else, we would like to have a sit down with you and talk to you, even debate. You're never gonna do it. None of you, because you're cowards. You guys are cowards. You're never gonna do a sit down. You never are gonna challenge anybody because all you want to do is run with the lies and hide behind your platform. Hide behind your platform because you're cowards, all of you. And you have to ask yourself this question: if you are a loyal subscriber or a contributor, financial contributor to these platforms, ask them why they won't discuss anything with anybody. Ask them why they won't be challenged, because that's what you need to be. You need to be challenged on a lot of the stuff you're talking about. You're giving out bad information. You're selling these guys dreams, because everybody is their own individual. What happens in a country for you might not happen in a country for another person. You might move a lot different. You might look different. You might have more money. You're not the same person as this guy that you're telling to go to these countries and do this and do that. Because in that case, then everybody's like Floyd. Everybody is a child predator, because that's what he is. He's a child predator, passport predator. That's what he is at the end of the day, you know. And I am really, really, really disappointed. I'm really, really disappointed in these cowards. I'm really, really disappointed because this was an opportunity. Instead of distancing themselves from Floyd, they should have actually been doing some type of this could have been a teachable moment for the passport bro community. This could have actually been a teachable moment. But they want to distance themselves from Floyd instead of saying, you know what? We need to do a better job in vetting people that we bring on our platform. We need to do a better job in associating people. I mean, this was an opportunity for them to really accept accountability. But no, they wanted to distance themselves because it's all about money. You see how easily Austin Holloman threw Floyd under the bus like he was a piece of trash. Not saying Floyd um isn't anything special in anything, but he quickly tried to distance himself when he got mud and smut all over him. You cannot distance yourself from Floyd, Austin Holloman. We've seen too much footage of you and Floyd walking around with each other, walking around with each other. For God's sake, y'all slept in the same um living quarters together. You had the same accommodations, which is kind of weird to me. When they went on trips, remember this, guys. When they went on trips, they shared Airbnbs or whatever. I don't know if it was a 2 bedroom or 1 bedroom, or if it was twin beds, or if it was one king size bed where they both slept in. See, nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about that at all. And not only that, you guys need to start looking at all the people that Austin Holloman hangs with. You need to start looking at these people kind of left. You need to be turning looking kind of funny at them. Does anybody remember Rilla? Does anybody remember big old Rilla, the gorilla, the passport gorilla Rilla? Does anybody
I
remember him?
remember really. I remember really the first guy that ran all of Austin's tech in the background before he went to Thailand with the travel agent Tramp Stamp Kate, the Hoa Pattaya. That's the first person he kicked to the curb. Yeah, we all remember Big Fat Rilla, the incel that Austin threw away like trash. Continue on, sir.
Yeah, he got Rilla. No, he tossed Rilla away. You know, I guess before Rilla could act a fool or whatever, he was over. Now you talking about somebody that was smashing. He was doing some real smashing. He was smashing the hell out of them little Thailand girls, 120-pound girls. He was really smashing them. Now that's a smasher right there. But my point is that everywhere he goes, he's tossing guys to the side. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't think he I really don't think he likes people. He don't like people. But we're gonna end this show, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
You closing?
We smashing in Colombia. Ooh, yeah. Smashing in Colombia. Back at it again. This time I have a friend. We gonna do it all again. We smashing in Colombia. So many beautiful girls, they all around Eddie's world. I want them all tonight, but my budget is kinda light. It's smashing, it's smashing, it's smashing, it's smashing. Oh, I don't wanna try to brag, but I want this to last. My how time has passed. We smashing in Colombia. We smashing, we smashing, we smashing. Oh, I'm a spender. I'm going broke, I gotta make a call.
The passport bro movement is over, it's over. Yeah. You went overseas and destroyed your credibility, creating mongering apps because you wanted to cap, bragging on your freaks when back in America you were really weak. We never believed you had game. Went overseas for a little fame, built your courage up, used the passport bro name. Thought you had a lot of game, but at the end of the day you were just another lame. Now you have to figure out another plan. It's time to switch lanes. Passport bros label pedophiles. It will never be the same. The passport bro movement is over. It's over. Your brand is trash left on the shoulders. It's over. You should have seen this coming. The peso man warned you. He told ya. He told ya. Now it's over. Silly rabbit, tricks are for kids. Floyd is a passport bro. He destroyed your little biz. Pedophile bros is the new brand now. Brazil authorities got the passport bro epitaph. Nowhere to run, they got the passport bros trapped. BMT's running scared now. The t-shirt sales are running dry. When he found out Floyd got busted, big baby, he started to cry. Kitty porn in the background. Floyd BMT playing with teddy bears. Colombia has a travel ban. The passport bros can't fly nowhere. Burn your passport bro t-shirts, it's evidence of the crimes. The foreign governments are watching, they're ready to prosecute and give passport bros a lot of time. The passport bro movement is over. It's over. Your brand is trash left on the shoulders. It's over. You should have seen this coming. The peso man warned you.
the passport.
Iceberg of the game, pimpin' in the name. Passport bros really lame, exploding off his fame. Austin gave him game. He was running Uber, kitty, pick a Floyd. Really had no brain. Passport bro moving, he idolized. Black Western women, he despised. Smashing little kids, his demise. YouTube career over, no more life, no lose. To do something that crazy, he must have been tripping. But it's the passport, bro, where he was just teddy bear pimpin', yeah. He trippin', he simpin'. Floyd in Brazil, teddy bear pimpin', he trippin'. No way, you trippin', we trippin'. All in Brazil, teddy bear pimpin'. The evidence is too much, Upton ran off with his bail money, out of luck, try to escape. Feds caught him hiding in Sao Paulo, it was too damn late. Funneling money to BMT on the tape. In Brazil, Floyd thought he could have his ice cream in his cake. Dustin Holland was his friend, but turned into a snake. Subscribers tried to make bail, but it was too late. The goons are the judge, now they will decide his fate. Floyd whining and dining 6-year-olds on dates. To do something that crazy, he must have been tripping. But it's the passport, bro, where he was just teddy bear pimping. He tripping, he simping. Floyd in Brazil, teddy bear pimping. He tripping, yo way, you tripping, we tripping. All in Brazil, teddy bear pimping. Passport bro moving, he idolized. Black Western women, he despised. Smashing little kids, his demise. YouTube career over, no more life. Whoa. Teddy bear pimping. Whoa.